So here now is my Greg's list. Do you guys mind if I do a Greg's list? So this list is my personal opinion. That is the crux of this Greg's list. Our quest to find out who is number one on Greg's list. You guys can hang out with me while we do this. And you are number one on Greg's list. All right, when you decide to go into an organization that's been around this long, you can kind of get lost in a rabbit hole. So I decided to make myself a rule, live ball era only. You had to appear in the live ball era. That's after 1920. So that eliminates some Hall of Famers along the way. Sorry about you, but I had to give it a bit of a focus, right? So there are guys that were left off this that if you are a hardcore Cleveland fan, you're probably going to be mad at me. I'm not going to apologize for that. But anyway, I'm going to jump into number 9. Corey Kluber has 2 Cy Youngs. That's why I said 2. If you win 2 Cy Youngs, do you know how many legends in the game have never had 2 Cy Youngs? This guy didn't reach 100 career wins. He's not going to be a Hall of Famer. But what a run he had for the Cleveland organization. Corey Kluber, number 9 on Greg's list. Number 8, it's the greatest leadoff hitter in franchise history. Kenny Lofton, there was a time where he was one of the great leadoff hitters of all time. You could dream on it. He had a 300 average and 452 stolen bases in 10 seasons in the organization. All-time leader in stolen bases for the franchise. Led the American League in stolen bases 5 straight seasons. His teammate Albert Bell has to be in front of him. One of our researchers, Mark Matcham, he walked into my office. He's from Cleveland, loves the Cleveland organization. And I originally had Lofton ahead of Bell. And Matcham said to me he was going to slash my tires. So I have to put Albert Bell in front of Kenny Lofton. Albert is number 7. Number 6, Bob Lemon. Yes, 7 seasons of 20 or more wins. 7. He was undefeated in the 1948 World Series. His ERA was barely over 3.2 in 13 seasons with the Indians back in the day. Bob Lemon, you're number 6. We're talking the greatest players in Cleveland baseball franchise history, and Larry Doby, only number 5, was hard for me. First black player in American League history in 1947, led the league in homers in 52 and 54. A great player, historically significant. He's number 5 on Greg's list. Number 4, Big Jim Thome. I'm sorry, man, but when you're the franchise career and single-season home run leader, he had 52 home runs in 2002. Big Jim, who hit over 330 career home runs with the Indians at a 980 OPS, is number 4 on Greg's list. Number 3, José Ramírez. Sorry, Jim, don't be mad. Is Jim ever mad at anybody? I don't think so, but José Ramírez, it's the balance attack. He can play second. He can play third. He can steal you a bag. He's a switch hitter. He's got great pop. He understands his role. He has to swing the bat for the Guardians to be good. He's not going to take walks all day. José Ramírez, a perennial MVP candidate, number 3. Number 2, Lou Boudreau, 13 seasons as a player and 9 seasons as a player manager. He started doing that at the age of 24. He was a 1948 American League MVP and World Series champ. He led the AL in doubles 3 times with the 1944 AL batting crown. But number 1, Bob Feller. His career is bonkers. All-time leader in wins, innings, strikeouts. He debuted in 1936 at the age of 17. He led the American League in wins 6 times. In 1946, he had 10 shutouts. He had 10 shutouts in one season. In one season, man. Led the league in strikeouts 7 times. I just know all this stuff. Look, here's the list again. I got to be honest, guys. I thought José Ramírez was going to be a shoo-in at number 2. But Lou Boudreau, you're a player manager at the age of 24. I didn't know how to tie a tie at the age of 24. Like, think about that for a second. So I'm going to ask my guys. I think we like Bob Feller's got to be number 1, right?
Number 1 for a couple of reasons. One, our very own Sean Casey before a game. Remember he was telling us a story?
Oh, no.
He was having a catch with Bob Feller before a game, threw a ball to Bob, and it hit him, and he thought he was going to
hit him in the chest, and he fell down.
Hit him in the chest, and he went down, man down. He thought, oh, no, brother.
I know. It's sad. That's a horrible story. Bob was okay. He got up.
Yeah.
He got up that day.
I had a couple guys before we dive into that. Sandy Alomar. I thought about him, something to think about. Joe Carter. He was an amazing Indian.
I know, and so was Eddie Murray, and there were guys.
Yeah, but Eddie Murray's an Oriole.
But they didn't have the length of time as the other guys.
Yeah.
Sam McDowell had all the strikeouts.
Right,
He was a strikeout machine.
A lot of people forget about Dennis Eckersley.
He was an all-star starter.
Absolutely.
Yes. So there were a lot of guys, but
Manny
you have to hone it down.
Ramirez.
Manny, I know,
The
right?
#1 pick for them.
I know.
No, it was good.
All right, so
What's your question?
Boudreau is a player manager at the age of 24.
And a great broadcaster, too. He did some Cub games.
That's right. So if Major League Baseball got out of this group think thing that they're in right now, and someone decided to be outside the box, if I was a GM, I would totally do this, by the way. I would bring this back. A player manager. If you had to pick someone who's 24 years old right now in the big leagues, and I was the GM, and I'm like, hey, we have to have a player manager. Who are we picking off our roster?
Zach Neto for me.
You're picking Zach Neto?
Yeah, shortstop in the middle of the action, kind of a blue-collar guy, knocks balls. He seems like he's in the right place at the right time.
Mature beyond his years. I like Zach Neto. Okay. Give me a 24-year-old that you would have as a player
I was
manager.
thinking long and hard on this one. I'm going to have to go Gunnar Henderson. He's played third. He's playing short. He's leading. He's got the personality now. He has Cal Ripken around him to kind of lead him. I think
He's got a mustache. He's got show hair. We saw him on the red carpet. He's got a Matthew McConaughey kind of vibe.
Yeah, he does, right?
But I'll be 100% honest with you. It was hard. We were looking at the list of guys 24 years old and going, who would be that guy? At 24,
I mean,
that is remarkable. I don't, even guys that I played with, and I go back when they're 24, they couldn't have managed. That's hard to do.
I'm going to pick Riley Green.
Yeah.
He's a super disciplined player, great swing. He hasn't touched scratched the surface how great of an offensive player he's going to be. He's a great offensive player. Defensively, he's great. All the guys love him. He's been in the big leagues for a while now, so he's got like dirt in his spikes. I would go with Riley Green. Not that AJ Hinch needs any help managing right now for the first place Detroit Tigers.
Today was just so outstanding. We had over 200 kids here learning the fundamentals of baseball.
Hey, ready, go!
The Nike RB program is about building grassroots, and we're trying to get more youth to play baseball and softball.
It was great, just getting a chance to spend some time with the younger kids. There you go. Good job. They're creative, and they like to move around a lot, but they want to be active, so just getting a chance to bring them around the game that I enjoy and I love, it was great.
It was fun. I learned a lot of stuff.
It was fun because you got to meet new people and experience new things.
It was a wonderful occasion for kids to learn from the best, for kids to interact with each other, and also hone their skills and their interest in participating in baseball. I think we're going to be having many more activities such as this. We're going to advocate it more. We have Pinchback Park. We've just redid the baseball field up there, and that's one of the most utilized parks in Caddo Parish, and we are proud to have that facility there, and we are looking for even bigger and better things at Pinchback Park now as well as in the future.
Again, a special shout out and thanks to Major League Baseball for all their resources that they are providing for this community. This has been a game changer for the entire Caddo Parish.